Okay, let's head on upstairs. I don't think there's anything to look at here. Don't leave the dark room door open. Oops. I may have done that. Tell nobody. Okay, let's see where this goes. The knob turns, but the door won't budge. It seems to be sealed from the other side. So we'll get round to the other side of that door later. But first, we have our first puzzle. Something is written on the mounting. The god of sun and the god of moon. Their gaze upon me is the only thing that can release the red soul. So, first puzzle is I guess a pushing puzzle, since in this universe no one can pull anything. Which is a bit odd, but sure. So basically we just got to move these statues onto the opposite, I guess, pedestals that they're looking at. So they're facing towards the red gem. This one being the sun one, I assume. And this one being the moon one. I mean, I'm assuming due to the colours. Can you actually investigate them? Nope. So make sure we push it this way a bit before we move it too far. Just got to be careful not to block yourself in so you can't actually push it. Because as I said, no one can seem to be able to pull anything. And I feel like you could just get that gem, you could just like break the arm of the statue, you know, you've got a gun. Will you take the red jewel? Sure, because I'm sure it'll be useful at some point. Something I was thinking during the cinematic as well, like, why is she, like, carrying a knife with her? Like, wouldn't you get arrested for that shit? Just, like, randomly having a knife? Is that normal? Doesn't feel normal. Why would she have that? Was she expecting trouble? It's just asking to get yourself stabbed with your own knife. S.T.A.R.S office. Just going to investigate the S.T.A.R.S office. S.T.A.R.S being the name of the group that went into the mansion. I'm sure everybody knows that. And I guess this is where they worked. Cha-ching! Will you take the grenade launcher? Yeah. Who would say no to that? There are various devices. This must be where they gathered information. Never heard of the internet, I guess. Several files from past cases. Nothing useful here. There are unopened cardboard boxes. It looks like a rookie's desk. So, due to the first aid box on the wall, I'm guessing this was Rebecca's. Considering she's a rookie, it's surprising that she gets her own desk. It's a bit odd. Considering there's only so many desks in here and there was a lot more S.T.A.R.S members. Like, where are their desks? It's a picture of a young man. There's a good chance it's her boyfriend. So I'm assuming this is Jill's desk? I don't know who the boy and the bloke in the picture is meant to be. It's never hinted at that I'm aware of, but who knows? I mean, I assume it's Jill's desk. Chris's diary. August 8th. I talked to the chief today, once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain that Umbrella conducted the T-virus research in that mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie. But the entire mansion went up in that explosion, along with any incriminating evidence. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. Looks like I'm running out of options. August 17th. We've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. August 24th. With the help of Jill and Barry, I finally obtained information vital to this case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G virus, a variation of the original T virus. Haven't they done enough damage already? We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella HQ in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this trip because doing so could put her in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. The Chris's diary has been filed. And ironically, I'm in danger anyway because I'm here looking for you, you moron. Will you take the unicorn medal? Sure. I'm pretty sure in the next game that Claire is featured in, you actually go to the Europe branch, which is Code Veronica. But I guess we'll get to that game eventually. It appears to be a replica of a gun. The owner is probably a member of the NRA. So I'm assuming this is Barry's desk. I mean, it could be anybody's. Like, I don't know, there's like a fish on the wall there. I feel like Barry would be someone that went fishing. I was gonna say maybe it's Jill's, because that kind of looks like Jill's handgun on the desk, but is that a handgun or is that like a bigger rifle that's been broken down? I don't know what that's meant to be. I'm assuming it's Barry's. I think it's probably implied. I don't know if there's any other evidence to suggest that. It's trash. Someone must have searched the desk. Probably Chris and friends. Nothing suspicious? No, out of the ordinary. There are various trophies. One of them reads, Marksman Contest winner Chris Redfield. Did we actually ever search Chris's desk or get the description? The desk is disorganized and untidy. It probably reflects the owner's personality. It's not a very nice thing to say about your brother. So if you look on the wall, there is a coat, which has the same logo as what I've got on. Now, if you play the director's cut of Resident Evil 1, you can actually get that outfit in the changing room. The changing room you would normally, in the normal game, need the special key for, but I think you just can access it. Well, I could at least, when I last played the director's cut, and you can just change outfit when you want. And that is one of the outfits, like a brown leather jacket. Yep, read that already. Oh, we found ammo! Because we didn't have enough. I'm not complaining. You always need more ammo. A picture of the S.T.A.R.S members. So, we'll see how many I can actually name and who I know who is who. So we'll start at the right. So that's obviously Brad. He's the helicopter pilot, and he's the special zombie that would be under the police station if we had played on normal and got to the precinct without picking things up, and he would have the special key for us. Next to him on the back row is obviously Barry in his red, I guess, tank top-y vest thing. Under him, it looks like he's got a bandana on his head, so I assume that's the guy that gets eaten by the dogs in the opening cinematic of number 1. I think his name was Joseph! Next to him on the floor is Jill with a little beret on. Up from her is obviously Wesker because the shades. Left of Wesker, I'm not sure 100% who that is. I want to say it might be the guy that gets attacked by the snake. Richard, I think his name is, right? I'm trying to remember the stupid lines from the game to help me remember their name. Underneath him, I assume is Chris, because this has Chris's outfit on. He's got this silly hairdo. Well, I say silly, it's just a spiky hairdo. Then left of Chris on the floor is Enrico, which is the guy that I assume Wesker kills in the tunnels in the first game. And he's also the leader of Bravo team? Whichever team your team goes looking for. I can't remember which is which. Now, the other three, I don't know. The guy above Enrico, I don't know. But the guy to the left of him, I believe is Forrest, who gets pecked to death by the crows. And the guy under him in the red, I'm not sure who that is. Not by name, at least. And then the guy on the far left standing up, I assume is their helicopter pilot for the other team. I don't know if you know what his name is. Because I know in the remake you find him in the helicopter all dead and, zombified, I guess. But what his actual name is, I don't know. So there's only 3 on there I don't know the name of, I think. Which is not bad, because I'm normally terrible with names. Anyway, I'm sure they're all fine, and none of them died. Everyone's out there somewhere. No Rebecca on there to just note that out, because I guess she's too new. Okay, I've read all this before, haven't I? It's weird, because in the first game, when you first meet Rebecca as Chris, it's kind of like they'd never met, and yet she has a desk here. How have they never met, but she has a desk? Why does she even have a desk? Where is everybody else's desk? Like, there's a lot of people on that photo. They don't all have desks. Anyway, I've spent enough time in this office. Let's get out of here. Yellow. Oh, it's the fax. Who uses faxes nowadays? Seriously. Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report. Mr. Chris Redfield, Raccoon City Police Department, S.T.A.R.S Division. As per your request, we have conducted our internal investigation and discovered the following information. Number 1. Regarding the G virus currently under development by Umbrella Inc. So far, it is unconfirmed that the G virus even exists. We're continuing with our investigation. Number 2. Regarding Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. Mr. Irons has allegedly received a large sum of funds in bribes from Umbrella Inc. over the last 5 years. He was apparently involved in the cover-up of the Mansion Lab case along with several other incidents in which Umbrella appears to have direct involvement. Mr. Irons had been arrested under suspicion of rape on 2 separate accounts during his years as a university student. He underwent psychiatric evaluation as a result of the charges, but was released due to circumstantial evidence, as well as his phenomenal academic standing. As such, extreme caution is advised when dealing with him. That's from Jack Hamilton, Section Chief, Internal Investigations, United States Federal Police Department. The mail to Chris has been filed. Mail that he'll never see. Feels like that's a bit late on the old receiving that. Took you that long. And if that Chief Irons was that bad, how is he fucking in charge of the police department? Jesus. Okay, we'll carry on checking this way then. It's locked. Spade is etched under the keyhole, so that's 2 spade keys we've seen. Small ventilation shaft. It's far too small for an adult to fit into. If only we were a child. Okay, so I guess that's it then. We've got the unicorn medal, which we can go put in that statue thing in the main hall. So I guess we're heading back that way. I guess we could possibly drop something off. I don't think we're going to need the grenade launcher and the red gem just yet. So we could just go drop those off while we're passing. Try and save some inventory space. So let's dump. We could dump all of it because we're going to go past another chest, aren't we? But it's fine. We'll keep the metal because that's what we need. Did we ever check the door at the end? I don't think we did we? It's locked. A diamond is etched under the keyhole. The barricade appears to have been made in a hurry. Oh, that's a lot of arms. No, that's bad. I don't know if you can actually shoot them. Complete waste of ammo, I'm sure. Can they rip these off and come in at some point? I'm sure they probably can. So we should probably avoid the windows then. Ah, shit. Can they do any damage? I don't know. Not exactly biting me, are they? So I feel like that's like they're trying to replicate the whole dogs through the window scene from the first game. But I'm pretty sure there's a few things like that in this game. Right, time to run, because liquor. Yeah, you're too slow, fool. That's the sound you don't want to hear, because that is them leaping to go for your head. And if you're not on good health, you will lose that head. Luckily they don't know how to use doors, so we're safe in here. I don't know why I've opened this, because we've already done what we need to do with the chest. So let's just go ahead and put this medal into the statue. It's a key. But what key is it? It's a blue one. I'm guessing that's a spade. They seem to be named after cards, because we've seen spade and diamond we've read about. So look. This is the shape of a spade. There you go. More you know. Now I'm pretty sure if we check the map... Oh no, okay, we need the actual map. So this is our internal map, like from what we've seen, but if we actually go find a physical map, we will have the whole layout, and you can actually see the different coloured doors for the keys that go with them, which is quite a nice feature, but we haven't got the map yet. That's through the door on the bottom right, which is one of the ones we unlocked with the key card, but we'll head there as and when. So from what I remember, because obviously I already recorded this a few times, we can now go back into the room that the liquor was next to, and then the one past the S.T.A.R.S office. So we've got to go back. And we've got to try and avoid that liquor, or maybe kill it, I don't know. We'll see. Ow. Ah, get it! Fuck. Got two little slashes on me. What a dick. We're not like holding our side. Something that's also different about this game is when you take damage and you go from fine to caution to danger, your character kind of has a visual of it. So we should like hold our side and she'll be slower at moving. It's a copy machine. Oh. Patrol reports. Patrol report, September 20th. 9:30 PM. Reporter Sergeant Neil Carlson. We've received a report of a suspicious individual skulking around the sewers in the outskirts of Raccoon City. I searched the area and located the individual, but he ran away before I was able to question him. I recovered the following items: a small amount of C4, plastic explosive. Bit of a concern: an electronic detonator, 9x19 parabellum rounds. I guess that's the ammo in this game. Infrared scope broken. End of report. It's a bit weird. Don't know if that's a reference to something then later on, if that ever comes back up on who that's supposed to be, and why they would have an infrared scope that's broken. Weird. The only thing that rings a bell is the C4, because I'm sure we need C4 later on in the game. The patrol report has been filed. Nope. Oh, another ring ribbon. Good. I'll add that to my collection. Anything else? Visual materials. Oops. Well, it's not what I was going for, but sure. Files on various cases none appear to be useful. Well, you wouldn't really have considered that random report you just read particularly useful, but you read it anyway. Pile of investigation reports, and there seems to be a crank, which is what I'm guessing this is for. Will you take the crank? Sure. Okay, let's go tango with the old Licky. Should probably just kill him, but it's probably more effort than it's worth. Hey, he was on the roof again. I'll grab this real fast while he's pattering around. Seems to be derping out whatever he's doing. Weirdo. You weird breathing. Creep. Okay, Okay, let's avoid the old windows again. What have we picked up? So I don't need the crank of the ink. We should probably dump this stuff then, shouldn't we? Why we think about it. Why we're passing. Back into the safe room. Okay, we don't need the crank right now, so we'll drop that. We'll drop the ink ribbons. I should actually combine them with the rest. Nope, doing that all wrong. There we go. We'll keep a herb because we have took a few hits now, so I feel like we're not far off from being on caution. So we'll prep that herb ready to bring us back up to fine. Let's head on back upstairs and then past the S.T.A.R.S office and see what leads beyond. Okay, weird little girl, I'll try. I'm sure this officer just wants to help you. He seems legit. Yep, you're dead. Good. Stay that way, please. So I'm guessing she went through the small ventilation shaft. It's far too small for an adult to fit into. Conveniently, a child went through. Have you used the you have used the spade key? This key is useless now, discard. Sure. I don't know how you would know that, but sure. We'll just guess that it is. I'm sure there's no more doors in this place that use the spade key.
Leon!
Claire, you made it!
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
Okay, so I'm assuming she ran this way. More bullets. So something I don't think I've mentioned in this playthrough is that this game basically has two campaigns on it. So there's two discs with the game. We're currently on disc 2, which is Claire's campaign. But once we finish this campaign, and you can do this as either Claire or Leon, once you finish this campaign you get a save file which you can then load with the opposite disc, and you get to play out what the other character did. It's a completely separate story, completely separate, you're not doing the exact same things. Similar locations, but things are generally different, and you get to see what Leon did after we got separated. And you actually get to see this scene, but from Leon's perspective. So you get to see Sherry Wright run past and down here, I believe. She crawls under this door. This door is the door that we were on the opposite side of earlier. It said that the doorknob turns, but it was barricaded or whatever. So that's through there. So she's back in the room with the movable statues that we got the red gem from, I guess. The door is nailed shut. It doesn't look like I can pass through here. Sure, we'll find her at some point. Okay, Leon, I'm off.
I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
I mean, it would make sense to go back this way to go find her, but none of this information looks useful. Let's carry on merging this way then. Is there anything else? Nope. Another chest, or another drawer rather, that we can open. So Leon wouldn't be able to open this. He wouldn't have the lockpick, and we got some flame rounds. I think Leon starts with the lighter, I believe, is his starting thing, which I feel is not as good. Because I'm sure there's not that many things you can set on fire, compared to being able to open things and get loot. Again, maybe similar to how Jill is kind of like an easier mode in Resident Evil 1, maybe Claire is more of an easier mode in this. Got a red herb. Do I have a green one with me? I do, don't I? Should we combine it? Sure. Let's do that. That'll be for more healing. So we seem to be in some sort of library. Company data files primarily on Umbrella Inc. None of these books appear to be useful. Again, you don't know that. Nothing of use. All these books appear to be useful. Oh, fine. Sure this is not a puzzle or anything useful in a minute. Sure it's nothing at all. So we'll leave that door for a minute. So last time, well not last time, the time before, my first attempt at recording this bit made me jump. None of these books appear to be useful. Shut up, Claire. Don't know why that got me originally, but like I said, it's been a while and I wasn't expecting it, but made me jump. A bronze plate with a picture on it. So I guess we've got to copy this out there. It's pretty straightforward. So let's go do that. But first we have to power it. I feel like this is a health and safety kind of issue back here. If I got trapped back here and there was a fire, how would I get out? So that switch has powered these up and it's obviously placed the first one in its intended position. So we've just got to move the other two on the left, I believe. So let's move that right because they were like one space apart. And then this was on the end, in between the end two notches, I guess. And there we have it. One thing acquired. Will you take the Serpent Stone? Sure. So these are reminiscence, I feel, of like the crests from Resident Evil 1 that would led you into the garden once you'd found them all. So maybe they'll do something similar and lead us into a new area once we've acquired them all. We've not found a place to put them yet, but... Now, something we didn't do is go check the door upstairs in that library, but... I know for a fact it leads up to the walkway above us, which is a room where you need the crank, but you also need something else, so until we have that item, we'll save it for now. I'll head up there later. There's also a liquor up there as well, so I'm sure that'll be interesting. The first thing, let's lower this. An emergency ladder. Will you push the button? Yes. So we now have a shortcut back down to the main hall. Okay, you're getting a bit handsy. Calm down, sir. And he still got handsy with me. What a dick. No head for you. Oh, good, I'm still on fine. I was expecting that to take me to caution. Don't do it. I thought he was going to die for me as well. Assuming that's all of them. Yay, another safe room. And we've got a lighter, which we can use on that painting we saw above the fireplace, similar to how you can in Resident Evil 1 to get a map. But we get something different from behind that painting, which we'll get to shortly. Let's dump some of this crap. We'll keep the lighter for now. I think we want to technically go and use the lighter right now. I think it'd be most beneficial and time saving. So let's just reload my gun while I think about it. And I did notice there was a report or something here. And an ink ribbon apparently. Good. Another one to my collection. Secretary's Diary A. April 6th. I accidentally moved one of the stone statues on the second floor when I leaned against it. When the chief found out about it, he was furious. I swear the guy nearly bit my head off, screaming at me never to touch the statue again. If it's so important, then maybe he shouldn't have put it out in the open like that. April 7th. I heard that all the art pieces from the chief's collection are rare items, literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know which is the bigger mystery, where he finds those tacky things, or where he's getting the money to pay for them. May 10th. I wasn't surprised to see the chief come in today with another large picture frame in his hands. This time it was a really disturbing painting depicting a nude person being hanged. I was appalled by the expression on the chief's face as he leered at the painting. Why anyone would consider something like that to be a work of art is beyond my comprehension. Secretary Diary A has been filed. So I think that's probably a hint at the picture we need to go set on fire, sort of. So let's go do that now, considering we've got the lighter in here as well.